Looks like the reefer's running pretty good, keeping that battery charged up. But it looks like it's dry here. I gotta go to Uline in Kenosha. We've been there before. And I had bubble wrap bags there. This here is Heritage Bag. I'm in Lebanon, Tennessee, excuse me, Lebanon, Tennessee. And I figured I'd park right here to stay out of everybody's way. But it's all about checking in here and see what I got here. Looks like some lady's looking at me, so we'll see if that's her. Okay, the lady told me that they have two warehouses. One that goes to Uline. There's another warehouse. So I have to take a left up here and go to the intersection. Right when I cross the intersection, she told me take a left right away. There's no signs or nothing, just go in there and then check in. So they seem to be really nice here. This is Tennessee, Lebanon, Tennessee. A little different than the country, I guess. We'll see how that works out. Okay, I'm at this warehouse. I was supposed to look for a warehouse with no name on it, and there's a Camaro parked in front of it. And this looks like a Camaro, no names. But right at the intersection, take a left. So I parked over here where I'm out of everybody's way. You can see that. But there's no signs on this door. So I think this is the right way. And we got this Camaro here. That's the right way. I'll probably hit one of these docks here. But it looks like it's a dry load. This guy's got a reefer running. This is a Camaro. Looking good. Huh. I still like my Mustang. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, got a door. Looks like I got the one that's the only one open. But I had the reefer running just so the battery's going to charge up. Usually go for about 3 hours. But it's nice and cool in here. They'll like that. Yeah, I really wanted to make sure it was nice and cool. Make sure it's tested, because a lot of these trailers are not used properly when it comes to the refrigerator unit. They just use them for dry van. But I want to make sure that everything's good just in case I have it refrigerated. I always get ready for that. Gotta slide the axles back and go in that door and I'll be good to go. Alright. This reefer's all ready. It's all approved by I'm really happy with it. It's cooling really good. But I gotta pick up a load here and take it over to Kenosha. I gotta get one of these load bars off. You don't have straps on here, so you use load locks. But they got it all the way to the back door, so I'm gonna wait and see if I need the load locks. I got 3 of them now. Still have to replace those 2 pads on the load lock. When I get to a truck stop, I'll keep looking for them. Other than that, this is the place to load. Okay, I'm loaded now. Let's see what I got here. You have to wait in your truck. Then they bring out the paperwork. And this is where you go ahead and pull on that. See if I need a load lock. Yeah, looks like I'll need a load lock on this one. I gotta go to Kenosha. It's about 8.5 hour drive, so it'll probably be for, it's Tuesday now, so it'll be Wednesday in the morning. I'll go ahead and deliver that. It's all about taking 65 north all the way to Indianapolis and all the way through to Chicago. Taking that right up to Kenosha. Hoping they have parking over there. see how that works out. But I'm just gonna grab a load lock here. Dry vans, you got straps. But you gotta watch your head here. You don't want to hit yourself. These load locks in the way. Alright. Get this load lock. That's pretty important. And they pull on the pin, so you slide it. The load locks. This handle here is really nice to have. You wish all the trailers had those handles so you can get in a lot easier. But load locks are really important to do. Alright, this is what the load locks look like. But load locks are really important. You're gonna secure your load. But it's way forward, so you can see I can just slide my axles all the way up. It's only 22,000, so it's pretty light. But they gave me a seal. Then I'll hit the road and get up there. Alright, have to do is lock it. Make sure it's all sealed up. Everything's good to go. All I have to do is slide the axles all the way forward. And we'll see what the weight they give me. And the air is not in the system yet. Make sure the pin's on, everything's good with the load locks. Alright, the axle slid all the way up. Usually the skirts are right by the tires. But I want to make sure this is working all right. And it says you have to multiply by 2. 34,000 is all you can put. So if it looks like it's below 16,000, that'll be about 32,000. Not that bad, but I got a lot of weight on the back. That should be good. But 16,000 is 32,000, so it should be all right. All right. Seems more heavier than the bubble wrap. Okay, I'm going to slide back just about 3 holes. This here is called MagnaStop. And main thing when you slide axles, we used to call them cheater bars, but the MagnaStop is the right way to go now. But all this is actually, you can count each hole. Each hole is 400 pounds a hole, and I want to bring it back about 3 holes. Think about 4, but 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 holes. And that's how you do that. And then I'll stop at the 3rd hole on the back. That way you don't have to get out all the time. And when it comes to sliding it down to position like that, you want to use your cheater bar, and this is a MagnaStop. It works out pretty good. Alright, I slid it back till it stopped. That's what the MagnaStop is all about. And once you do that, then you push in the trailer brakes, and then the pins go back in, and then you go the opposite direction. That way you release this off of it so it doesn't hurt. But this is the magnet stop. This is how this is. It's really nice because in the back you can see how this goes right into the hole. And there's a magnet right here that keeps it there. And the cheater bars are the bars that go all the way across and hooks to the other hole. But that's just mainly, I did 3 holes, so 3 times 4, that's 1,200 pounds. And now instead of the 16, I brought it to 30,000. That way it's more less weight on the trailer. I didn't need that much. Full tank of fuel and all that, I should be equal. Because I have a gauge on the dash for the tractor airbags, and that 60 pounds is 34,000. And so now I'm about 30 on this, so I'm pretty well balanced, pretty good. But these gauges are really nice, and you times it by 2, so it's almost 15, so it's about 30,500 right now. So that's how these gauges work. It works out pretty neat. Really saves on going to CAT scales and all that. As long as you're used to it, and you go to CAT scale first to really weigh this to adjust these to make sure that they're all calibrated right. And then you just go ahead and use that instead of going to scales and axle weigh it. Some of them you have to, but once you're an old dog like you don't need to keep going to the CAT scales and spend. Now it's $13. Some are $14 now. I started when it was only $1. Okay, I'm in Kenosha, Wisconsin. It's Wednesday morning, 7:30. I got a door. It's 401, and I gotta slide my axles back. You can tell. All you do is pull on that. Open the doors, take that load lock off, put it back on the rack. Well, I went through a lot of rain in Chicago and really messed up the traffic, but at least I got here right when I opened up. And then I have to go over by Richfield, Wisconsin. And I have to drop this trailer off there and pick up another trailer and take it over to Liquid Waste Management after this run. And then see what I got. I'd probably go to the yard with that. But they told me I can break the seal, so that's good. But you always have to use these kind of locks with all that rain I went through. Break the seal is really simple with the plastic ones. And you always leave the seal in. Trash liners, that's what they get here. It's a really big place. It's good to have this handle here. That way you can just get in really easy and safe. Doing it with one hand. This is the whole load. I did have the reefer on for about 3 hours and got it all charged up, so it's good to go. It's all about putting this on the rack. Seems like this lock isn't locking right. There. Alright. Gotta open this other door. Good old utility. Once you get to the door, then you just wait until the give you the bills. I got this one checking in. They just parked right in the front of all the docks. That's why I always park away from everyone. That way you don't have any problems. Yep, it's on the rack. Make sure the other load lights don't fall. Put it on the slot. Make sure you always have a pin for these. Even though the springs they could break someday and open up on you. Alright, that's all secure. It's all about sliding the axles back. Going to door 401. Okay, 401's got a drop trailer, so I went to 398. Had to go back over there but slid my axles. Got that all done. All I have to do is just wait. Green light, so we're good. Yeah, it's a little busy today here. There's so much rain in Chicago. Just coming up there, everybody drives much slower. But this was the trailer that was in my door. What? And you go through rain. Look at that. Looks like it got caught. Really noticeable. Other than that, I'll be dropping this trailer off at Richfield and then pick up another refrigerated. One of those belts need to be tightened. I'm really concerned about these side doors. But they seem to hold with those bungee cords. But it's all about getting the truck clean. Get the tires all dressed again. Alright, hurry up and wait. Okay, I'm unloaded now. So it's all about putting the axles back up. Now I'll go to Richfield and drop this off and pick up another refrigerated trailer. Looks like I'm just taking that one to the yard. At least this is all good. I already cleaned everything out before they loaded me, so it's really not that bad. When it comes inside these refrigerated, it's much different than dry. You'll see the floor itself has actually grates where it's raised up. This is actually used where you have chutes on the side. Many of them are in the middle, but the newer ones have them on the side. The sides I don't really like because you use bulkheads, it blocks them all. But the air shoots through all the way to the back and it hits the back doors and it goes down to the floor and it goes underneath the product. And this here, this bulkhead here, this is where it picks up all the return air and it measures it on the pressure. What's in this box of the temperature and regulates the hot and cold cycle and keeps it at a certain temperature, and it just cycles and cools back and goes through the chutes again. It just circulates, and that's all this really does on the inside. And there's a fan inside here as much as on the other side, but that's how this is. It's well insulated. But these are refrigerated, and you can bring these down to 30 below zero, all the way up to 80 degrees. And the heat of the compressor itself is actually the heater, so it flips the damper door, and it changes where the heat of the condenser, the air blows around that, and that's hot air of the compressor. And because it's red hot, that air blows through and it comes in here and heats up everything. That's the heat cycle. That's how it works on here. So the cooling cycle is actually for the Freon that goes through the fins, but the compressor itself is very hot, and they just blow air right around that, and there's actually a duct that goes right through that, and that's warm air, and it warms everything in here. If you have products, say produce, that needs to be 45, 42 degrees, and it's 20 below zero out, this will maintain the product at the temperature that you set it for. And they've been doing that for a long time, and that's how they do that with these kind of systems, with these 4-cylinder diesel engines that are hooked up to that compressor. And they're pretty big units. They have bigger compressors for just frozen loads, but they cost more. But that's how it works here when it comes to refrigerated units. I've been with refrigerated units for about 28, almost 30 years now. Now I've gone to dry van, but I always like refrigerated. It's more responsible, and it's the product itself is more important. So when you haul freight, it's nice to have that feeling that you're bringing food to people, especially produce out of California. Bring it to Chicago, and knowing that you got a reason out here instead of just hauling broomsticks. It's nice to haul food and commodities and all that when it comes to refrigerated. And that's the kind of business the trucking business is. Dry vans, flatbeds, tankers, and refrigerated. And those heavy haulers. Thank you very much for your time. Okay, I'm back at the yard. They wanted me to come straight to the yard instead of going to Richfield. So I'm all done with this trailer. Trailer 6100. But I gotta go and pick up this trailer, but I can't find the paperwork right now, so I got a little delay. And I gotta go to Minneapolis. Everything should be good to go here. Time to say goodbye to the refrigerated, back to dry van. I ran this for about 3 hours and charged up the battery, so everything's good to go. Want to make sure the plug's back on the battery. It was clicking on me when I first started it, but I wanted to make sure everything's back on the way it should be, especially these plugs that go onto the battery. And I noticed that they're off, so I'm putting those back on. That's those plugs. But I wiped everything down in here. Belts are looking good. Everything's good for this. It's very reliable now. It's all about disconnecting. We're gonna go to 5319 is the trailer. Get this landing gear done. These utilities are always backwards. When you do other landing gears, it's always counterclockwise, but utilities seem to be clockwise. And the reason for that is that the utilities used to be on the passenger side. Once they changed it where it's on the driver's side now, they continue to have this going the opposite direction. All they do is swing everything around. Plus, when you have this, it always sticks out with this cradle. The other ones swing down, and they don't have that on the utilities, where you look in your mirror and you got your handle sticking out. It's a little different. But that's it for this trailer. At least everything's all clean in here, all serviced. But I like refrigerated. It's the right way to go. Everything's good to go here. Even the skirt is all looking a little better than when we first looked at it before we went to Tennessee. That's the only damages right here. But it's all about going 5319. That's this trailer right here. It's an older one. Anything with only 4 numbers, that's the older one. Well, it's loaded, but there's no paperwork. It's a Great Dane. Ooh, look at that bump. That's a nice bump. Wow. And then they tried to caulk it, so that didn't work out. That's too bad. But this is in the metropolitan city of Minneapolis. I gotta be there at 8 in the morning, and I only got 3.5 hours left on my logs. Look at that, you got some air in here. It's all rusted out. Got 3 lights on top instead of 5. Looks like a new license plate light. I will hook this up. See what this looks like. And I gotta worry about this paperwork. Oh, looks like a bungee cord I have to put on here. There's no hanger on this one. Other drivers just let it bang. But, all right. It's all about drop and hook. But I put my love in 6100, so it's all reliable. Can't wait to pull it again. All the way to Tennessee and back. Long haul's the right way to go. It's the most freest job out there.